And the Philadelphia 76ers have a strong dilemma on their hands. They got to figure out what they're going to do. And the only way to go about it is to take on the situation head on, because they've backed themselves within a corner. They're talking about dealing with Ben Simmons. This man, Ben Simmons, he's in the first year, just signed a new contract, a 5-year contract for $177 million. He's in the first year of a 5-year contract, set to make about $35 million a year. So he's being paid as a superstar. That's a lot of money that you've invested to him, but you get an output of what you received during these conference semifinals, which they just lost with the 76ers, just, bounced out the playoffs again. They were the 1 seed. And especially they're in a great position with the Nets losing. The Nets experiencing what they experienced with, injuries and everything, which, let's keep it real. That's why the Nets lost. If Kyrie and James Harden were in tip-top position, tip-top shape, and we all know injuries happen, a lot of that, but, this has been a crazy year. This has been a year like no other when it's come to injuries. And it's been like that for the past few years. And not to get off topic, but, a lot of it can be attributed to the shortened season, not enough time for preparation, a lot of things like that. But there's a lot more injuries in today's NBA than ever, and just not sure exactly what it is. But anyway, back to it. This was a perfect time for the 76ers to take advantage of it. And be a favorite to at least make it to the finals, especially given that the success that they had within the regular season and becoming the 1 seed. But what you saw within these conference semifinals was just inexcusable from Ben Simmons. And it's not all on him. Embiid disappeared. They giving up these huge leads. Huge leads. Doc should have done some different things when it came to personnel. Shake Milton should have saw some more time in different situations. He should have saw some more time. You saw what happened when he was put in early within the series, and the spark that he gave the Sixers. Him only playing 5 minutes in Game 7. Nah. It was better. He'll put out and he'll at least be more aggressive than what you saw from Ben Simmons. Averaging less than 10 points. Only having 5 in Game 7. You're getting paid as a superstar and only shooting about 4 or 5 shots. Shooting about 31% from the free throw line. You're a total liability. You're a complete liability. And they're stuck with him through 2025. And no other team's going to want that, because they'll have to take on that contract. And you're talking about in the first year of this contract, his numbers dipped in every category. In every category. From his points, it was the career low in points, career low in rebounds, career low in assists. What is that? You're supposed to keep going. You're supposed to keep rising up. Now, what Stephen A was talking about earlier today, I don't know if that's true. He said he got a text message and it said, Ben Simmons, doesn't want to, doesn't listen to anybody and is not willing to, he's being babied, is not willing to grow. I don't know how true that is. I don't want to get into all that and just keep, lay it on Ben Simmons like that. I don't know his personal work ethic or what he's putting in. But there's not improvement. What's showing on the court is there's no improvement. At the very least, you could be aggressive. But you see, like I said, that the situation, the straw that broke the camel's back was that spin that was that move he put on whether that was Gallinari or Herder, and he goes up, kind of loses the ball, but goes up, still has an open shot. Now his excuse is he believed that he was going to get blocked from the back, which is a viable excuse, but remedy to that is just go up as hard as possible. Just go up hard, and possibly you could get the foul call or whatever, but still you're right there. You don't see any player. I just have a hard time seeing most players, especially superstars, passing up that opportunity. And he's right there, and he decides to dish it off. And they, in Philadelphia, ends up getting nothing out of that. And this is in crunch time. And also, like I said, continually not shooting in the fourth quarter, even though he's out there, being left out there during those times. Yes, he does provide, he's valuable on defense. He does get blown by laterally. He has the tendency to, get blown by, as far as his lateral movement on defense, but he's able to make up for it with his length, and he's agile enough to catch up with him. So, he'll get the block or something, and he'll create, contest the shot. So, but so much of a liability on offense, it's just unbelievable. He can't create spacing. They'll basically let him shoot. So all they got to do is, clog the paint or focus on any of the other shooters, and just hope that he doesn't decide that, just focus on him when he decides that he wants to take it to the hole, which he's not even being aggressive on that. So you just have a complete liability on offense. And showing no improvement at all. You have to be in that gym. This is something that Philadelphia is going to have to, they're going to have to focus on that, and they're going to have to deal with it head on, because they've invested too much money into him already. And you're seeing this within the first year of his contract. You're seeing what you've seen. It's at its worst. So they're going to have to get him in that gym. He's not showing any improvement like, Giannis. At least Giannis is trying. See, when you do that, they still don't respect Giannis' shot, but, he hits a few of them. He'll hit a few of them, and it at least keeps the defense honest to where, they'll kind of think about it. The second they making that hesitation, now Giannis is taking the move to the inside and, taking it for two. Sometimes it's just little things like that, and taking advantage of the hesitation that, having that outside shot creates. That's what you have. That's what keeps people honest, keeps the defense honest when, dealing with LeBron. LeBron's not the greatest shooter ever, but, he's competent enough at the 3-point line where he'll make enough of those. You have to watch him at that 3-point line. Just can't leave him out there. And once you do that, you play him up close. Now he can, think about getting to the lane and getting around you when you get up close, where you're not just focused on, trying to, create a wall. Now, they did do that in Phoenix, but that was because, he was kind of short on weapons. So he'd have to, he's an older guy. He'd have to do a lot more output. And like I said, he's not the greatest shooter ever. But you're just not seeing any of that from Ben Simmons. You're not seeing any of that. Just, what you saw from this postseason was just inexcusable. It's inexcusable. Like I said, the Philadelphia team is just a flop overall. All these huge leads that they kept giving up, especially that game 5. I couldn't even believe that, but that's why I don't turn off the modern NBA games, because I do know that 20-point leads or so, none of them are protected. We saw it in the Clippers and Utah series. No 20-point lead, no 25-point lead is protected, because, teams can heat up pretty fast, especially at the pace and, how everybody's shooting the 3-point shot. They can get back into these games pretty fast, but no, I turned that one off early. I just thought, I thought Philadelphia had regained control, and I just thought that whole game was just a lost cause. And then, you know, I meant to come back at the end to kind of check back and see where they were at. And, you know, next thing I see is Atlanta had won the game by 2 points. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. There's just no excuse. Philly's got 4 more years of this. You know, like I said, who's gonna be a trade partner for this? Because they're gonna have to bear that entire burden and eat up their whole roster salary. And I mean, the majority of their stake, it can't put too many people around their core 3 of Embiid, Harrison, Simmons, because those 3 alone, they're all 3 of them are getting about, I think, $30 million a year. That's eating up the majority of their salary. So who else are they going to be able to bring in? But yeah, this was bad. This was bad. This entire year was bad for Ben Simmons. Career lows in every single category. Right on the heels of getting a superstar contract. Unacceptable. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all think Ben Simmons, do y'all think he has what it takes to get better? Do you think Philadelphia should keep investing time? I mean, it's almost like they have no choice. They've locked themselves, you know, they have no choice. But, you know, what's next for this Philly team? Do you think Ben Simmons can improve and take it to the next level? Or is he a lost cause? He's somebody who, you know, got their paper. You know, finesse their paper, and, you know, and it is what it is with him. He just doesn't look to be getting better. Not only, you know, have career lows within the regular season, but then just his performance throughout the playoffs. You know, it's always going to get tougher in the playoffs because teams are able to key in on you and prepare game plans on a day-to-day basis for specifically you. And he couldn't respond to any of it. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe, and I will holler at y'all later. Peace.